live from downtown St. Joseph. You're watching News Press Now Morning Edition.
Good morning, St. Joseph, and happy Monday. I'm continuing to track some sunny and warm conditions today, as well as continued well above average temperatures into the work week.
In our top stories on News Press Now, we speak with members of local law enforcement about shooting calls. Plus, we detail measures the Buchanan County Sheriff's Office took to keep Halloween night safe. We'll have those stories and much more for you here on this Monday, November 3rd. Good morning, everybody. This is News Press Now Morning Edition. I'm Kyle Schmidt. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining us here at 6. Hope you had a great Halloween weekend. Now on to the new week. Let's bring in our storm tracker meteorologist, Abigail McCluskey, on in. Abigail, good morning. What are you tracking for us today?
Yeah, good morning, Kyle.
From your local news leader, this is KQ2 News at 6.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Grace Rice. We have some exciting news to share for viewers of KQ2's Hometown News. Our parent company, Heartland Media, has entered into a partnership with the owners of the St. Joseph-based News Press and Gazette company. So starting today, our newsrooms are joining forces to strengthen local reporting of St. Joe and the entire Midland Empire. For viewers of KQ2, not much will be changing. I'll still be here every night at 5, 6, and 10 p.m. along with Mike and Brett. And we're thrilled to be welcoming several reporters and anchors from NPG who'll be joining our team on air and behind the scenes. For viewers of News Press Now, welcome. You'll now be able to watch KQ2 Hometown News on KCJO CBS, KNPG NBC, and KNPN Fox. By combining resources, our team will be taking a new beat coverage approach with reporters focused on city government, crime, and courts, and daily stories that we know are most important to you. We're also extending our partnership to include the News Press and Gazette newspaper and plan to work on select joint reporting projects you'll be able to see on TV and read in print and online. We'll have more information on the partnership on the homepage of KQ2.com, including links to program schedules to make sure you're able to watch Hometown News and all your favorite network programming. Let's turn to KQ2's Chief Meteorologist, Mike Graciano, with our first forecast this evening. Hello, Mike.
Hello, Mary Grace.
The First Alert Weather Team. Where else would you get a full half-hour takeover of News Channel 12? With clear, easy-to-understand information on how weather affects you every day. The difference between El Nino and La Nina. Our significant microclimates and how they affect everything from waves to crops up and down the coast. A perfect example of how the First Alert Weather Team makes your forecast clear every time. Only on News Channel 12.
You're watching WAFF 48 News at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thank you for checking out the 48 Fastcast. Your news, weather, and sports headlines in 15 minutes or less online.
Live on your side. WBTV News starts right now.
We are getting ready for a beautiful week. However, big changes by the end of the 7-day forecast. I'm going to show you those numbers coming up.
The city of Charlotte introduces its next police chief. We have live team coverage of the historic day marking a new chapter for CMPD.
And the Carolina Panthers get a big upset win on Sunday. Why that win was special in more ways than one. You don't want to miss this story.
A rather unusual picture as we come on the air tonight. The time is 6 and the sun has set. Good evening and thanks for joining us for your news here at 6 o'clock after the clocks have fallen back on this Monday night. I'm Siobhan Bryant.
And I'm John Carter. Daylight saving time is over.
Getting answers. This is CBS 13 News. Always streaming on CBS News Sacramento.
Now at 6, Election Day countdown. Voters dropping off their ballots ahead of tomorrow's special election, deciding the fate of Prop 50, and with it, the possible balance of power in Washington.
Both sides of Prop 50 spending in the final hours, trying to sway anyone still on the fence before Election Day.
Right now on Late News Tonight, the special election for Proposition 50.
To assert ourselves and affirm the best of who we are.
All they're saying is Donald Trump is bad.
With Election Day tomorrow,
how counties are preparing for a final rush of voters.
The impacts of the government shutdown now impacting families.
We know that we're going to get cut off on food.
How food banks, volunteers, and city leaders are stepping in.
Tracking big changes for our Wednesday with a weather impact alert in effect. Rain and windy weather for the valley, plus high Sierra snow.
And the brand new home of Sacramento State's basketball program unveiled, and it's already being put to use.
Late News Tonight starts right now.
Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us as we count down to Election Day. I'm Chris Thomas.
I'm Laura Painter. Tomorrow's election could have big implications for future elections.
Now at 11, the last pitch to voters ahead of Election Day.
They know we will accomplish everything we have run on.
They want a mayor who can actually make change and get something done.
It's the people who will determine, not the billionaires, not the influencers.
Candidates make their final push in the divisive race for New York City mayor as the president makes a controversial 11th hour endorsement.
Plus, the sprint to the finish line in New Jersey's closely watched gubernatorial contest.
I'm fighting incredibly hard for the people of New Jersey.
How about we elect a Jersey guy? Yeah! We're breaking down everything you need to know before you cast your ballot. We thank you for joining us on this election eve. I'm David Ushery.
I'm Natalie Pasquarella. Polls open across the tri-state in just about 7 hours. That is when New Yorkers will cast their vote for the city's next mayor.
The race between Democrat Zohran Mamdani, Independent Andrew Cuomo, and Republican Curtis Lee will already drawing record turnout.
Tonight, food banks prepare for the massive influx of SNAP recipients, now turning to other food resources.
It does make it tough for just having a choice on what you want to eat. You know, not everyone is able to work, so it just kind of makes it a little tough, but I'm sure everyone can get through it.
And an Anchorage artist puts brush to paper to raise money to support Food Bank of Alaska.
Trying to do a little good, and this has done way more than I ever would have expected in a day. It's just been really, really incredible.
And it's a comeback story for South Anchorage High School.
You know, our expectations are always high like that, but I did not expect it to be like that, no. I thought it was going to be a great battle, but I mean, it was in the end, but we overcame it. Our offense drove through.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
42 million Americans who rely on SNAP benefits could feel some relief. Two federal judges ordered the Trump administration to keep the program afloat.
But as Molly Martinez reports, it's going to be half of the normal payment, and it's going to be arriving late.
Live, streaming, and on the ABC 3340 app. This is Good Morning Alabama.
Good morning, Alabama. Rise and shine 4:30 on your Tuesday morning. We are looking live over downtown Birmingham this morning. Grab the coat as you head out the door. It's another cold start out there as we get going this morning. We're glad you're here. I'm Sarah Snyder. Meteorologist Emma Kate Cowan watching your forecast. And yeah, nice and clear outside. We were talking about the moon. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's almost full. I think it peaks on Thursday, but it looks pretty close to it this morning. So get out there, take a look.
Right now at 6.
And breaking right now, a major response to a high-rise fire in Northeast Miami-Dade. We are live on that scene with new video and new reaction.
A deputy-involved shooting after a late-night carjacking right here in Homestead. I'm Hannah Yashivi with what investigators say happened right here in this neighborhood in the wee hours of the morning.
It is Election Day. Many major races happening all across the country and here in South Florida. We're live on who is going to be on the ballot.
The Miami Heat continue their West Coast trip and pull out an important victory against the Clippers. We have all your highlights.
And Local 10 rallying support for our hunger relief organizations in our annual Day of Giving. Still ahead, meet the volunteers behind it all.
It's 6 a.m. The news starts now.
Good morning to you, South Florida. Stretching it out on this Tuesday. I'm Eric Yutzi.
And I'm Jackie Pasquin for Michaela this morning. We're going to get to all of your news in just a moment. First, though, let's talk about our forecast. I know we've been having some awesome weather lately, and Weather Authority meteorologist Julie Durda is joining us now. Hi. Julie, what are we in store for?
It's going to be beautiful.
Perfect.
Dry conditions, a bit of a breeze,
hey
but
now.
that breeze is why it feels so nice.
Yeah.
You cover late news in New York, you better be ready.
In the Eyewitness News team at 11.
More than ready.
Shade Vedranois, Mike Marza, Lee Goldberg with AccuWeather, and Ryan Field with sports. Only on Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Good evening at 11 o'clock.
Power Up with Shirlene Alacott.
What's breaking right now?
Live from Newscopter 7.
And Pedro Rivera.
The trending top stories.
Massive police in the Bronx.
Recharge with Sam Champion.
What everyone's buzzing about.
Plus the AccuWeather forecast. Eyewitness News mornings at 10.
Channel 7 Eyewitness News. First and forward. First on the scene.
Eyewitness News report live.
Steps are being
First
taken.
to alert you.
I want to get you straight to some video.
First in the hearts of New York. Liz Cho, David Navarro, and Lee Goldberg with your exclusive AccuWeather forecast.
Coming up in AccuWeather, a heavy thunderstorm later.
Sources tell Eyewitness News the
When you need to know fast,
Police have already been
turn first
dry cleaner here
to Channel 7 Eyewitness News. First at 4.
We are following some breaking news this
We got you.
It's election day here in the Commonwealth, and the polls are now open for you to get out and vote. We are on your side all day long as Virginians pick their next governor. And we're watching races across the country as well, with millions of Americans set to make their voices heard ahead of the midterm elections. How today could paint a bigger picture of our nation's political landscape. Plus, the government shutdown is quickly and painfully approaching the longest in our country's history, with tens of millions of Americans left wondering if and when they will receive their SNAP benefits this month. The latest details as a federal judge rules against the Trump administration. A lot to get to on this Tuesday morning. Thank you for waking up with us on 12 News today. It's on 9 a.m. on Election Day. I'm Macy Moores. We're going to check in with you first, Khalil. How are we doing outside?
It's a great day to head out to the polls here on Election Day. A bit of a chillier start with those temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s.
Now at noon, Virginia votes. Big races in the Commonwealth being decided at this hour. And if early ballots are any indication, there's a lot of interest in this year's elections. Truck meets tree on Route 29. A tractor-trailer crash disrupts the morning commute. What's open at this hour? And a report of a shooter on UVA grounds turns out to be false, but the reactions were real, with students running for cover. We hear from those who were there when the alert went out.
You're watching Charlottesville's most experienced news team. This is 29 News at noon.
Plenty of sunshine to go around on our election day. Good afternoon. I'm Jared Klein. Meteorologist Belle Tucker joins us. She has a look at what voters can expect as they head out to the polls this afternoon. Hey, Belle.
Yeah, it's a nice election day forecast. So we do have plenty of sunshine, but we also have some clouds rolling in.
Breaking news right now, just into our newsroom. We've learned there are reports of an explosion near the Louisville airport. This is video right now. That's according to MetroSafe. This is a live look from a Trimark camera at I-264 at Freedom Way. You can see that massive plume of smoke.
Right now on WLKY, this is breaking news.
And we have late breaking news just into the WLKY newsroom. We've learned there are reports of an explosion near the Louisville airport. That's according to MetroSafe. This is a live look now from a Trimark camera at I-264 at Freedom Way. You can see a massive plume of smoke just rising into the air there. Officials say the reports come from Fern Valley Road and Grade Lane.
This is impressive, this cloud here. This another look from the WLKY tower cam. Look at that plume of smoke. Louisville police say that there are injuries with this accident. We're working to learn more, and we'll bring you any new information. We will have a live report coming up in this newscast. We are racing to the scene as we speak. Stay with us.
Once again, we are bringing you breaking news here as we've been following this for just the last few minutes. Again, the large plume of smoke, as you see, coming from the airport property at the Louisville airport. Louisville Metro Police confirming there's been a plane crash at the airport here this evening. They are responding with other agencies there to Fern Valley Road and Grade Lane, which is on the southern end of the airport there. They are telling us that they are confirming injuries. That's all we know at this now, but Connie, as we've been watching this scene for several minutes now, that smoke has gotten thicker and much blacker. Usually when firefighters are able to get some water on it or handle these kind of fires, the smoke starts to lighten a little bit, but that's not been happening.
No, it's getting bigger and bigger.
UPS, again, being put out also by Metro Police. UPS has now been notified of an accident involving one of our aircraft in Louisville, and they're going to be posting updates here in just a little bit. Again, there's been a lot of talk on social media about the different airlines and that. UPS now confirming that it is one of their cargo jets here.
Welcome back. We are still following the latest out of Louisville, Kentucky. The FAA confirming a short time ago that a UPS flight crashed after departure from the Muhammad Ali International Airport. The cargo plane was headed to Hawaii. Several law enforcement agencies are responding to the scene of the crash. You can see there a massive plume of smoke is visible near the airport. The Louisville Metro Police Department says that injuries have been reported, that the scene remains active with fire and debris. Authorities say a shelter in place has been issued within 5 miles of the airport. They are urging the public to avoid the area. Governor Andy Beshear writing on social media just minutes ago that the situation is serious. First responders are on site. He says to pray for those affected.
Tonight, Louisville, we thank you for joining us for Wave News at 11. I'm Jose Sosanya. We've been learning throughout this evening the 4 people confirmed dead in the crash. They are not counting the 3 crew members on the plane. And that is bringing the number of fatalities to at least 7 to our knowledge. JCPS has also canceled classes for tomorrow. Workers at UPS Worldport are being told not to come in overnight. Take a look at the plume behind us. This is the crash happening around 5:15 as the UPS jet was taking off for Hawaii.
Right now on WLKY, this is breaking news.
There was an accident on departure.
UPS flight 2976 from Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii. An MD-11 with 3 crew members on board was involved in a catastrophic crash here in Louisville.
You gotta go to work tomorrow. You gotta think about planes falling out the sky, being in the building. I don't know, it's a little scary.
Like right after we stopped, she looked back and saw like the big plume of smoke and some fire out the window.
Right now at 11, a deadly plane crash and explosion near the Louisville airport has left 7 people dead and nearly a dozen injured. There's still a shelter in place a mile around the airport tonight. Our teams have been spread out around the Louisville airport all night long. They've heard from families as well as city and state leaders, and they work out what exactly happened. We'll check in with them in just a moment. Vicki is also live at the airport authority tonight. And Vicki, this has been a horrific couple of hours in Louisville.
Now it's 7. The polls are now closed and the results will start trickling in.
Who's filling the seats for the top 3 statewide races in the Commonwealth? And you made your voices heard as people across our viewing area took to the ballot boxes.
Well, I think the Commonwealth of Virginia has seen some good leadership in the last few years, and I would like to see that continue.
So we wanted to come out, and who we vote for today makes a change for the future generation, not just us today, but everybody that is to follow us.
The issues that are drawing voters to the polls.
We have some warm days, we have wind and chances for rain. Coming up, I'll time out everything so you know what to expect.
News coverage you can count on. This is ABC 13 News at 7.
Thanks for joining us. This just in, a large cargo plane has crashed at the Muhammad Ali International Airport in Louisville, Kentucky. Take a look at this video from the scene. The AP reports that it was a UPS cargo plane. It left a trail of destruction across the area. Louisville police have ordered a shelter in place for all locations within 5 miles of the airport. It's not immediately clear what caused this crash or how many people may be injured or killed who were on board or on the ground. We're still working to get more information right now, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it.
The polls are now closed here in Virginia. The decisions of voters today will shape the next 4 years of the Commonwealth.
Live, up to the minute election results. This is 69 News, Election Central.
Good evening, I'm Wendy Davis.
And I'm Jim Vaughn. We are coming on the air briefly on this election night to give you a sneak peek at what's to come.
Yeah, the polls have been closed now for about an hour in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey, with the exception of Chester County. There was a problem there this morning with the poll books. Apparently, they excluded voters registered with third parties. New poll books have been delivered, but polls across Chester County will now stay open until 10 p.m.
This is CBS News New York.
Breaking news at 11 tonight, a seismic shift in New York City politics as Zohran Mamdani makes history as the projected winner in the mayor's race. Plus,
we here in New Jersey are bound to fight for a different future for our children.
Confetti falls from the ceiling as Mikey Sherrill raises her hands in victory and Democrats keep control in New Jersey. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson. Months of campaigning, millions of dollars spent, and the biggest voter turnout we've seen since 1960s. And tonight, the culmination of a campaign that once seemed improbable. You can see the results right here. CBS News projects Zohran Mamdani as the winner in New York City's mayoral race. And
they always say we're loud, but man, with this vote, you guys just scream from the rooftops.
Right now at 11 o'clock, two major tri-state races have been decided on this historic election night. We thank you for staying with NBC4. I'm Natalie Pascarella.
And I'm David Ushery. Let's get right to the results. NBC News projects Democrat State Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani won the race for New York City mayor. And Democratic Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill will serve as New Jersey's next governor.
Sherrill besting Republican challenger Jack Ciattarelli by more than 10% of the vote. Meantime, in New York, Mamdani defeated former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa in an election that saw the highest voter turnout in more than 5 decades.
It's after 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Right now on Fox 5 News.
the votes are in, polls closed, and the results are flooding in. Zohran Mamdani claiming victory and will usher in a new generation of progressive politics in New York City.
In a surprising turn in the race for New Jersey governor, Democrat Mikey Sherrill will be the next governor of the Garden State with a resounding win tonight.
Welcome to this special edition of the 10 o'clock news. I'm Natasha Verma.
I'm Steve Lacey. Let's get right to the results. This is a look at the voters who made their choice clear in this election. The race for mayor, Zohran Mamdani, the next mayor of the AP, calling that race just about 30 minutes after the polls closed with 90% of the votes in.
This is breaking news from Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The voters have decided the next mayor of New York City will be 34-year-old Democrat Zohran Mamdani.
And in New Jersey, Democrats hold the State House for a third consecutive term with the election of Mikey Sherrill. And good evening at 11 o'clock. I'm Mike Marza.
And I'm Sade Beterenwa. A busy and exciting night as election results are coming in. Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill defeating three-time Republican challenger Mike Ciattarelli.
Tony Yates and Anthony Johnson at the Sherrill and Ciattarelli headquarters. But we begin tonight with the election of Zohran Mamdani as New York's 111th mayor. Mamdani defeating former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa and others who were still on the ballot.
And it is the honor of my lifetime to be elected the 75th governor of the
Tonight, history made in Virginia. Abigail Spanberger voted governor, Ghazala Hashmi voted lieutenant governor, and Jay Jones voted attorney general. Plus, we'll check in on several of the other races for contested seats in the Virginia House of Delegates. Our team coverage of Virginia's 2025 elections starts right now.
And thank you for joining us for 13 News Now at 11. I'm Dana Smith, and our team coverage of this year's election continues tonight.
Covering news across your hometown tonight. We're working hard for you. This is WHSV News at 11.
The polls are closed, the ballots have been cast, and now on this historic election night in Virginia, the only thing left to do is count the votes. Thanks for joining us on this special edition of WHSV News at 11. I'm Caleb Peak.
And I'm Taylor Rosari. Elections results are pouring in from voting precincts all over the Commonwealth as Virginians have elected the first female governor in this state's long history.
That's right, Taylor. Major outlets, including ABC News and the Associated Press, have called the gubernatorial race for Democrat Abigail Spanberger. Here are the early results in that race as they stand. Right now, the Virginia Department of Elections reporting that Spanberger leads Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears by 13 points. Make it 14 points, or about 450,000 votes.